just being in the playoffs almost be a disappointment? Just got a slight problem with the signal, but we can go back to it. Sorry, Phil, yeah, we can hear you now.
OK, yeah, we're just starting to dream. It's one of the...
Got all sorts of problems. This is the digital era, and that's what's going wrong at the moment. I'm not sure we can go back or not. We're just going to try one more time. Sorry, Phil, let's try again. Yeah, so you're starting to dream.
Yeah, we're starting to dream. I said 4 or 5 games ago we managed to get into the top 6, and at this moment in time we're cementing that relationship with the top 6. But you know, people are starting to look at automatic. But we're just concentrating on the next game, and it's a massive match today against the team in 4th, as you well know. And at the end of the game, if we can manage to stay above Watford, then we'll have done half a job.
I know when you were at Bolton with Sam, Phil, you know, age never seemed a real issue in terms of players. And it strikes me at Hull this season as well, with the likes of Okocha and Pedersen, and of course, Dean Windass. You know, age isn't really an issue with you either.
No, it's not. I think you've got to deal with the 30-plus.
I'm dreaming as well. I'm just dreaming that we could sort out a few of the problems. Carry on, Phil. Sorry about this. We'll give it one. We'll give it one more
just
try.
Saying, OK, you know, we look at the 30-pluses in the squad, and we just we deal with them slightly different. You know, they don't spend too long on the training ground. I think that is important. That when they do cross the white line, they can, 1, run about, and 2, ply their trade at the experience level that they have been doing. You know.
I mean, obviously, people look at Hull. You know. It's a cliche, but it's a sleeping giant. It's a big place. If you got Premier League football there, there'd be huge support.
Hopefully it'll be a full house today, Jeff, and you know, we're looking for a great atmosphere. You know, the chairman's talking about extending the stadium, putting another 7,000 seats in here. But you know, first and foremost, we've got to get right on the field of play. And so far this season, it's been going OK.
Phil, it's an understatement to say it's been going OK. Look, we've had all sorts of problems, Phil. Look, thanks for joining us. I hope it goes better for you this afternoon than it's gone for us in the last few minutes.
Cheers, Jeff.
Well, there was bits and pieces of Phil Brown there. He's just done, you know, I mean, Ian Dowie, I'm sure you can appreciate the sort of job that he's done at Hull City. If I can just pick out one player, Dean Windass, who is 39 next week. And, you know, we talk about centre-forwards that defenders wouldn't like to play against, and he falls in that category, doesn't he?
Definitely. I mean, they do it from actually the kick-off, you know, in Championship there's a lot of direct play, and Dean stands well behind the back 4, and then a kick to him and he comes from offside, and it's difficult for central defenders to deal with. Fantastic up to feet, still very mobile, still works hard, wins enormous amount of fouls, and they're a big physical side. But you know, I think probably he'll be a little bit disappointed in this week because he's lost Clement, who's had to go back and done really well. But to be fair to Phil, he's bought well. Caleb Folan's come off the bench at middle and a half, doing well. Fraser Campbell's been a revelation, and you know, and he's also, you know, got Brown in there, Wayne Brown, who sort of keeps the side together as a sort of captaincy type role along with Ashby. You know, good leadership down the spine.
This is Southampton man, you see, Matt. You must be looking at that and thinking, how the devil can Hull be 3rd from top and Saints can be 6th from bottom?
I know. It's very frustrating at the minute. You know, we went there a couple of weeks ago. They absolutely stuffed us 5-0, which was, you know, for me to think about a Saints team going to Hull and getting beat 5-0 was just something a couple of years ago we'd never even have dreamed about. But fair play to Hull and Phil Brown. He's done a fantastic job there. And I just keep my fingers crossed that the Saints can stay in the league.
It certainly has. It's a big game, isn't it, today? Hull against Watford, then Hull 1 defeat in 15 at home, and that was against West Brom, against a Watford side of themselves. They're unbeaten in 12, though they've drawn a lot. They've drawn 9 of those 12.